Cheers, mate.
Cheers, bro. Thank you very much for having me.
Hey,
Getting me
hey,
beers.
hey.
Inviting me onto your secret podcast.
It's not secret. You guys just don't tune in. Guys, tune in on Mondays, all right? First off. Second off, thank you. Actually, we're at 105, okay? 105 subs.
105 subs. Congrats, man.
105 subs.
What do you
I'm so
notice?
thankful.
Is there a difference between having 0 subs and 105 subs? Like, does that feel pretty rewarding to you? Because that is a pretty big accomplishment.
Yeah, honestly, since getting started actually in only a year, like having 105, and it wasn't consistent. That was the hard part. Season 1 came out, I fell off. I was getting lazy, and then I came in going like, dude, like take this serious. So I invested. I got, the setup, and then season 2 kind of rolled through, and I was like gaining some momentum because I actually went from like 30, maybe a little less. It was like 27 in season 2. Like the first season, I think I got like maybe 27. Those are the pity ones that came in. So I was like, all right, I feel good about myself. And then season 2, like real stuff started kind of rolling in, and we're jumping up to about 100. So before I was finished, I think with season 2, I was at about 100 subs, and I was like, hell yeah. And that was, again, only about 11 episodes, 12, 13 gonna be, because there's 2 bonuses. Season 1 was only about 10, but I don't know. I just progressively was able to also market it better because I got to be on YouTube. I put reels on Instagram, and I was able to market to like people. And my God, oh my God, that video, bro, Hannah's got like 14K views, and then I don't even know how many subs from that one. It was like easily like 20 subs, and it was wild because I was like, dang.
Well, that's a unique
She's
talent.
Famous.
That's a unique talent. A lot of people can't do that on the spot. I
Like,
couldn't. I don't even know the last letter of the alphabet.
bro. Alphabet backwards. Check it out, guys. It's on the page. Welcome back, though. Season 3, rocking hard. We have a great guest here today. Who are you? What do you do? Why do you do it? What do you want to do? Let's introduce this man. Who are you?
My name is Mark Villegas. I'm 28 years old, born and raised in Fresno, California. Fresno County, at least. Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on. What do I do in terms of? Do you mean like what
this
I do
is
for
this
work,
is
or-
interesting. So we're already gonna dive straight into this. I've never heard. Well, maybe I have here and there, but your your professional voice.
Hi.
Hello, yeah. My name is Mark Vieg.
I just haven't had to sell to you yet. That's why.
I know, yeah. No, okay. So anyone that's in retail like understands they definitely have their regular voice, and then they got that customer service voice, bro. It was just funny because I don't think I've ever really heard yours. So yeah. So how did that develop? Because when I was friends with you, obviously it's high school. We're stupid. We're kids. We don't know anything, but we're just having a good time. Where did this professional Mark develop?
Probably when I started working at a retirement home. I worked like in the kitchen at first, which didn't require me to be professional at all. It was not professional, but I got moved up to work the front desk. So then I had to deal with people's families, nurses. I had to deal with ambulances, different kinds of things that you can't really speak to in like your normal voice. You kind of have to put on the front. But yeah, and that's kind of how I started.
I feel that. I see that.
Becoming a little bit more like in tune and professional, I guess.
Good and professional.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, you see, we're professional now.
Yes. All right, Markie Mark. Well, can you tell us a little about yourself? Some details, like if you just met a person and then like they're like, "Hey, man, tell me something cool."
I definitely call them a narc if they ask to see something cool.
Nah,
I'm just kidding. But damn, I don't know what I think.
Shit.
One of the most interesting things is I sometimes do stand-up comedy. I'm not as like
We're caught.
yeah, I'm not as
Aboard?
consistent as I should be, but something that I do to get my rocks off every here and there whenever I want attention.
Can we
Get on stage.
can we hear some of this?
It's kind of hard to do a joke like on the spot. but,
Oh,
like,
okay,
if I
okay.
give you,
If
like,
you
a
think of
concept.
something later, just throw it in randomly.
Okay.
Like we could be talking about something and something just comes to you, just literally just throw it out there.
Okay, sounds
Yeah,
good.
no
I mean,
hesitation.
Like it starts with like kind of like a concept or even like a punchline, depending on how you work your joke. But
Oh, we'll get there, and then you'll be able to use that button.
perfect.
Yeah, it'll be unlocked.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Hopefully, I don't get a lot of this.
This guy, he's a professional. I love this.
So,
Continue though.
what made you want to start a podcast? Like, a lot of people watch probably like Joe Rogan. They watch all these different kinds of podcasts. What was it that made you be like, yeah, I got to try this out. It's interesting. I have a lot to talk about. What was that decision maker for you?
So I think Elbow Room was probably one of the bigger influences. I believe I might have done it back at when I was at Lazy Dog, but I was always adamant. If I had a podcast, would you be on it?
I'm on it.
And most people would say yeah, right? So regular guests, people always tell me I should do like acting. I should be, they definitely complimented me a lot about like my communication skills or just, like attitude wise, I guess. I got lucky with being able to be chipper, I guess it would be called.
That's cool. It's cool you say that people tell you should have acted and whatnot. When I moved to Clovis Unified from Selma, that's where I'm from, you're supposed to like choose your electives in like elementary school before you go to middle school.
That's wild.
Yeah, right. But so since I was coming from out of the district, obviously I didn't get that opportunity to choose. But when I got into the district and into the school I was at, there was only two electives left. There was drama, and then there was like choir. And I didn't want to be a choir geek, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll just be gay and drama." But yeah, and actually it was like a fun experience. I wish I would have pursued that a little bit more because the teacher asked me to stay in the class because she said I did good, but I decided to go to wood shop and play with wood. And I did that for like 4 years.
Did you learn anything in wood shop? Anything you use nowadays?
Not nowadays, no. I try to not use my hands because that. I don't want to do all that shit, man.
Man, should have done that drama class, huh?
Should have done that drama class, man.
I wonder what you would have learned from that
Who
to
knows?
use today.
Yeah, but I think what I learned in wood shop is just like how to have patience through a project. I mean, ultimately, that's kind of what they're teaching you and whatnot. But at the time, you don't think about that. I was just trying to fuck around, be with people who had the same interests. We're trying to fuck around. We like
With wood.
with wood, but also like the teacher was like kind of like a pushover. Like sorry to that teacher, but like people would make him cry, and like I think I made him cry once.
No.
It wasn't intentional. I mean, I was just an asshole kid. You know what I mean? Like you said, we're dumb in high school, elementary school, middle school. I think we all have an opportunity to learn from ourselves, our past selves at least.
Yeah, that's wild. Honestly, looking back on all the different things, I think it's fun. Okay, so you kept asking me about like why the podcast and how this. I watch Rogan, love Rogan. McAfee's not really like a podcast anymore. His is just a show. Love watching him, but he's so genuine about his approach, whatever it is, as try to controversial as he could be. I hope to have one, that direction, but two, how do you, include everyone along the way? How do you make a concept that's universal that is potentially able to touch people you could touch on through everyone? A lot of touching here.
Consensually.
and be able to kind of learn something about yourself. And that would be a one-on-one podcast where you're asked these 4 questions. And then I throw other stuff in the mix, kind of like now. I always dive into, what was your first job?
My first paper job where I actually had to pay taxes on it was I actually worked in the fields picking fruit.
Damn, you too? There's a lot of field people we've been
We're
interviewing.
in Central Valley, baby. If you can't pronounce the last name, you're probably going to work in the fields.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was field work, man. I did that between my junior and senior year this summer.
Damn, that's wild. Why are you in high school?
Yeah. So like I would get kicked out of my mom's house a lot when I was younger, and then then my junior year.
Do we
I
have
got
a
kicked out of
troubled
school.
past?
Yeah, like I said, you know me, bro. I was always in trouble, making fights. You know what I mean, or starting fights. You know, just being an idiot. You know what I mean?
Did you ever think about like why you were doing that? Now that you could reflect on your younger self, do you ever think about like why you were that way?
Yeah, probably like a lack of discipline. I mean, and I don't say this in a bad way. I mean, I was raised by all women. Lived in a house full of
Same.
women.
Same.
All the men dipped. You know? So I just feel, they just did what they could to get by, and the second I would start acting up or anything, they were just like, "All right, handle that on your own. Just don't be an idiot. Don't end up in jail." Which that's foreshadowing.
uh, uh, uh.
Ah,
Damn. That's hard.
yeah.
That's hard. Okay. So that's funny because I feel like my acting out was probably different from your acting out, but I felt as though it might have been just like a cry for attention or anything like that. And we're developing in ways that are kind of different to the way that all of them are developing, right? Because I also had like my sister, my mom, and my grandma, right? I have 3 different ages. One that's a couple years older than me, one that's my mom, that's middle aged, no offense, and then my grandma, who's, like 80 years old. So it's like they're all in different stages of their lives in such a way that are like going completely different because my dad was they were divorced at some point and then I was just with them. So I guess I was chill up until like maybe 6, 7, and then I guess after their divorce, that's when my life turned to my own hands.
Family up, man.
I guess.
Divorce
I didn't.
the family up.
I feel like it didn't really. I don't know. I played both sides. Some people utilize it. I feel like I might have utilized that a little.
Well, I mean, in the sense of it fucks kids up because they don't know most of the time what's going on. They can't interpret what's going on. So
I mean,
to have something so big going on with your parents, like, and now your whole life has to change. That probably is like a big deal, man.
It was big for Sierra, Zayden's mom. Yeah, it was big for her.
Shout out.
Baby Zay. Oh man, that kid's gonna be amazing.
Hell yeah, man.
I'm so excited.
You're gonna be a good dad too, man.
God willing, please. Keep me out of trouble. Keep me out of trouble.
Keep him out of trouble. Like this podcast.
Yeah, guys.
Follow, share with
comment,
your homies.
Subscribe.
Share with your homies.
Oh man. Shouts out to the guys that gave us a little bit of hate. There's one of the reels that I posted and they're like, it's just like 2 Cali chicks talking with their noses and some random ass dude. They said, "Who wants to watch these 3 clowns?" And I was like,
you commented on the
You
clowns,
found us.
You That's
found
right.
us.
Engagement.
I appreciate you guys.
Shout out the haters.
Bro, shout out. I love it.
I wonder what they're doing.
Something fun, I hope.
Let's hope so.
Something fun. All right.
The best.
All right, this is crazy. Jumping around into your life is kind of interesting because you do have that ability to look back. Like you realize, and was it through drugs or was it through all the dumb shit that you did that made you more wise instead of wounded?
It's probably just from experience. Just going through certain situations, just losing jobs, losing girlfriends. I mean, and I kind of referenced it earlier, like losing your freedom. Like a lot of shit that you go through will change how you are or how you act.
Losing your shit.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like
having a loose butthole.
Exactly. Like, life's just so complicated. It's going to give you different challenges, and it's what you do with those challenges and what you learn from it, if they're going to repeat or not. And if they do repeat, you're going to handle it so much better. You know what I mean? So yeah. I hope that kind of answers your question.
I mean, no, I think experience is huge. I mean, I definitely ask people that are older than me about their experiences through their lives because it's always interesting to have a different perspective than your own. Whether it's right or wrong, again, it's someone else's experience, and yours is your own uniquely.
Right.
So it's just wild because you can choose. I mean, I'm a multiple offender, so at some point I chose to stop.
Are you offended? But yeah,
but,
man.
But yeah, I mean, after 2 DUIs, I'm like, oh shit, this is serious.
The Deweys.
Yeah, man, they'll get you
when you least expect it. So don't drink and drive.
Yeah, man. Drink or drive.
Neither. Don't even drive. Uber everywhere.
Yeah, call this guy.
Yeah.
Do
I
you?
don't Uber, but
Yeah.
but I'll give you a ride. I love the drive.
Yeah. See? Yeah, yeah. What a helping
What
guy.
do you like about your car? You always have some fascinating cars. You know, some shit that's loud. I feel
Oh,
like it
I've only
matches.
ever just had my Mustang. And I think
it
it's
the sa-
funny.
Is it the same Mustang you've always had?
Yeah.
I thought you had 2 different Mustangs at this point.
I wish.
Huh. I'm tripping.
No, she's been
Maybe the
changed
drugs
throughout
have-
the years. Yeah. He said all that cocaine and LSD mixed together.
Oh, don't tell him. Nah, I'm just kidding.
He
He's
said.
fine. But
I feel like that car is the epitome of myself. And it's loud and obnoxious and it's bright and it just screams, "Look at me."
I love it. I love it.
And it's a little quick and yeah. She gets that little sensation in your tummy rumbling and honestly, my biggest thing is I wanted a car that every time I stepped into it, it gave me a smile. And
Ooh,
to this
okay.
day, I still step in that car and I'm like,
Was that your first car? It was not your first car, right?
that one's it's my first car that I had my name on. Me and my dad
Okay.
went because I need a cosigner because apparently there's a lot of these things that I didn't know about and I know about now that you could probably screw CarMax and out of their BS loopholes that I found. But
CarMax BS and their loopholes.
yeah, they didn't even give me a car with a good like battery setup. It was whack.
Damn.
But I was young. I didn't care. I said, "Give me the Mustang."
I hear you.
But
I
yeah,
remember
that
my
was
first car, bro.
that
It
was-
was electric.
yeah,
Fiat.
my first car. I'm gonna rebuild it and garage it. I'm telling you, that's gonna be my goal. I'm gonna rebuild it, supercharge it, and then garage it.
You're gonna have a son named Toretto and teach him how to street drive.
I mean, Zayden will learn. He'll learn stick for sure. I'm gonna teach him. But they're gonna have all these electric cars by the time that he can drive, I guess.
Yeah, that was my first car, bro. I had an electric car, electric Fiat 500e. Shout out. Crashed the first one, trying to be a man and drifting it.
Oh,
But,
yeah,
that
done
was my
that.
first car. Honestly, I hated it, but I miss it. So
Yeah.
I guess that means I love it.
Hey, you always miss your first, You always miss your first. I feel like.
Not me.
Oh man,
My first car, maybe.
these guys funny. Okay, so going back to your first job. What was number 2? We got the fields.
Yeah, it was the fields. And then, I stopped working that because the summer was over, and then I went to my senior year of high school. And then after I graduated,
Okay, so this is where I don't know where the blanks are because I didn't know where anyone was after graduating high school. So
oh yeah, so when I got kicked out my junior year from Clovis West, that's where I met you, or I know you from, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
yes, sir. I got kicked out, so I moved to Selma with my grandma. Yeah, so I was in Selma from like my junior year until like a few years after. But my job immediately after high school, I worked in a meat factory called Harris Ranch. I don't know if I can say the name, but yeah, it's pretty gross.
I don't know if they're gonna get you.
Let's hope not.
They said you signed
And if you're watching this Harris Ranch, sponsor this man. He has 100 subscribers.
105. Wow. That's wild. I had like my 25th birthday there, and it was bad. I was in a bad place.
Was it the hotel or like the resort?
Yeah.
thing they have? Okay. Because they have the resort, and then they have a ranch.
Yeah,
and
not
then
your
they
factory.
have the actual meat factory. That's where I worked. That shit was disgusting. on our first day, they take you on a tour around the factory, and you watch like a cow, or a bull, whatever you want to call it, go from being like alive to being into like 8 different places in the factory, bro. And then like it's also automated and processed. Like
No.
it's fascinating.
Wait,
to
okay,
watch
no.
it, but
You're
it's
telling me
gross.
came in beating heart. You
Came
knew.
in
You
standing,
knew.
walking just in a line, and then they line them up one by one. They shoot them in the head with the This is not Harris Ranch, by the way. This is I don't know if I can tell their trade secrets. I didn't sign an NDA, but yeah, they kill it first try, every try. Shout out to the sponsor, future Harris Ranch. Yeah, so they kill it, and then
Yes.
it peacefully dies.
I
They
feel like
pray
I'm.
over it.
I feel like I'm watching it. That's the only time I've actually ever seen that like happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it is.
I guess I need to watch more
But
Psychotic stuff.
you watch it and then like immediately it goes down like the factory line just as a whole and just like I'm not gonna get too graphic.
But there's just a blade in the middle and it spreads in and just
Not
not
quite,
that crazy?
not that crazy. I mean there are parts that do require like more of a saw blade versus cutters going in with like 2-foot knives, but that's kind of down the road after everything's been stripped off, such as like the hooves, the hide. Bro, one fell swoop, it just goes through a roller, sorry, and just like comes off so easy. It was disgusting. I didn't eat meat for like 4 hours.
That's great.
Until lunch.
There was ribeye for lunch.
Fresh. No, but
Yeah.
but it was an interesting job.
Came off the line,
Uh-huh.
threw it right onto the grill.
Yeah, and I just remember one thing. Like one of the ladies told me
Damn.
there. Like I said, I'm 18, coming out of high school. One of the ladies there on my second week, she's like, "Hey, youngster, like, what's up with you? Like, how old are you?" I was like, "Oh, I'm 18." And she makes a big old announcement on the floor. She's, "Oh, look at this man, 18. He has his whole life ahead of him, and he's working ground beef department at Harris Ranch." And I don't know, that kind of stuck with me, bro. I was like, damn, like maybe I should like go to school. Maybe I should like, I don't know. I never had that perspective. You know, me and all my family, you know, they weren't from here, so they didn't come with the best opportunities.
Where were they from?
Mexico. My family's from Mexico. Shout out.
Are you
Mexico.
like first generation?
Born here? Yeah.
Oh,
So I got the green
what?
card. I got the Social Security. We got to save the family. Just saying, but
Mr. Villegas?
yeah, but everybody's gone through the paperwork and got everything the legal way, the long way, which sucks that it's the long way. But yeah, my mom didn't become a
Hey,
citizen
it's a long
until,
way to the top.
Oh, of course, bro.
if
My
you
mom
wanna
didn't
rock
become a
and roll.
citizen until I was like 14. And yeah, it was all bad. And she did everything the slow way, you know.
But
what I
she
mean?
was. I swear I met your mom once.
you have.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that was actually after she'd become a citizen. Before it was like in between. I don't know, like maybe like my freshman year around there. But
Damn, this is gonna be wild when I see my kid and then all the kids that he runs around with, and then possibly their parents, or he meets their parents.
that is gonna be trippy, man. It's just different stages of life. That's
Inception.
right. You're gonna be like, yo, I've seen this before. I know. I know what you're going through. Let me help you. That's cool.
I said it's like this, like this.
It's like up is respect, down is like what's good.
Yeah. There's also the just like.
Actually, I had that backwards. Sorry.
Yeah. It's
Respect.
yeah.
Good.
That's good. Yeah.
I didn't have a dad, my man. I told you this. How to
Sorry.
live by myself.
I know, sore subject.
No, it's all right. We flexed it out.
That's wild. I'm not gonna lie.
Talking about sore subjects. How's your personal fitness brand? Don't you do training, or you did training before you had your kid? Is that still continuing?
Yeah, so I'm still at the gym. Shouts out to Fort Washington.
Sponsor this video for Washington Fitness.
God, I don't know if they would even let me work at the gym if they'd be watching these videos.
Don't watch this. If you're at Fort Washington Fitness, back out right now.
No. Love it. We've actually interviewed a couple people that work for the overall company. Shannon was one of them. Me and Rome worked together at a time too. So great people have come from that place. The environment is rich with, goals. You feel like people are there for a reason. They're not just there to dick around. They're there to accomplish a goal, whatever it is, or maintain too. Those are also possibilities. But it's different because I'm not attached to my so I just have my Instagram for it because when I have the ability to maybe develop that part in my life, but for now I'm just still under the tutelage of the gym. So they give me clients, shouts out to my clients that I currently have.
Shout out clients, sponsor this clients.
Yeah, I know, right? and then I coach as well, classes. So, but I enjoy it, love it. Every time it's fun because I build off of their energy.
Okay.
It's nice.
Hell yeah. I mean, I need some kind of personal trainer. I mean, I wish you went to the gym I went to. Because you said you have to do it strictly at that gym, correct?
Yeah. So, and honestly, I think it's a position because it's not GB3. It's not very well known. Now it's gonna get known a lot more. I feel they're getting the name out there, so it's kind of gonna jump around, and we'll see what happens. It could be a lot more busy. It didn't used to be very busy. It used to be very chill. Walk in, do your workout. You're done in an hour of everything that you wanted to do. Didn't even have to wait. Type of way.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens.
I feel it, man. Fucking, or sorry, I'm not supposed to say that.
This guy's been cussing this
I have
entire
been cussing
time. It's
this whole
okay.
time. My bad. That professionalism went out the door real quick.
I told you. I just thought it was funny because you're like, my name is Mark Villegas.
My name is my name.
My name.
So what's something interesting that's happened in your life, bro? Something that you like, a story you love telling. What's a story you love telling?
Damn, that's good. That's good. Story I love telling. Ooh. I mean, recently it's just like the son thing. Man.
So when your son watches this in the future, you hear that? He loves talking about you, baby.
It's I don't know. It's weird to think about. Now I gotta like dial back to like before baby because like it's really all about baby no matter what. Yeah, everyone, everything, and which way you want to spin it. It's all about baby.
It's all about baby.
It's all about baby. But man, when I talked about me, I don't know. It would probably be like one of the crazy nights when I worked at Elbow Room that I made like $1,100 in tips and just wild events. I don't know, 'cause every event is memorable for the most part. Yeah, I would go back and love to shout out to Loki. Season 2 is great. Go through and rewatch my life as it happened, just in like a third person view. Would be wild.
I do have a question. I don't mean to interrupt you, but since you brought that up, how do you feel about Jonathan Majors not being in Loki or in the Marvel universe anymore?
Oh yeah, I don't know what the they're gonna do. Oh, it will. I mean, look. If you're gonna be placed at the top, you know,
Act right,
you're
baby.
already a top tier actor. Stay the out of trouble. Like, all of my shit that I've done, I mean, doesn't really. I feel like, you know, if I ever, when I become a top tier actor,
We love affirmations.
affirmations, baby. When I become a top tier actor, you know, in the time of everything happening in my life of who I am as that person, you know, I'm going to know to stay the out of trouble and not create any issues.
Yo, it's so easy to get in trouble, bro.
Sign a liability waiver. No?
I guess. Well, I mean, if you're given in that like
I don't know.
in the situation he's in, but like, bro, you know how easy it is to get in trouble? You know, if you call somebody 15 times without their consent, that's fucking harassment, and you can go to jail with a felony. Isn't that some bullshit?
Is that a foreshadowing thing or is it just something?
Yeah, that's one of my charges. So, yeah.
Jeez.
So if you ever,
I mean, I have a kidnapping charge through my dad who didn't want to press charge. DA just pulled kidnapping. I think it was false imprisonment, kidnapping, and threat with a deadly weapon.
oh yeah, you're wild. No, but yeah,
all
so
felony charges.
shout out felony.
I'm not one.
But yeah, it's so easy to get in trouble. So just make sure you're not being a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I know.
Because damn, calling people,
they'll get
yourself.
you. They want to get you.
Proof is in the pudding, baby. Yeah. So.
Well, that's wild.
Yeah, man.
Well, it's a good thing that we learn from our mistakes.
That's right.
Yeah. Mistake number 2. Working.
We don't talk about her.
Working. Oh.
Nah, just play.
Yeah. I was gonna say, working at Harris Ranch. What was number 3?
After that, I worked at Food for Less. Food for Less, the grocery store.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Did you get a discount?
No, I would just steal right off the shelf. That's why.
You know,
That's
as a
why they
kid,
fired me. I mean, I wasn't really stealing. I used WD-40 on my box cutter, like my manager showed me, and then GM was like, "Nah." But it was a good job. I mean, I met some interesting folks.
wait. That's all you did?
Swear to God on everything.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was like an old
What, they
manager.
see you on camera?
Yeah,
and
that's
then they're
exactly.
like-
They see me going up and fucking spraying my box cutter, and then
putting the
yeah, and then,
WD-40
yeah,
back.
bro, exactly,
back on.
exactly. But that's what my old manager told me. But he got fired, so maybe I should learn. But learn off other people's mistakes. That's a lesson too.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, I mean, but that was a good time. I mean, I had some. It was the first like overnight job I had. So
No, you did one offense. That's it, and they fired you.
yeah, because they had brought in new management, or like not management, but like just new people coming in. You know, they wanted to be on the button of everything. So like it was just like so funny, like getting pulled into like the security office, and then like there's just a clip of me spraying my knife and going back to work. Just like what the fuck? If you can see in the milk closet, I've drank so many of these milks. Chocolate milk, Hershey's, shout out, sponsor this.
Damn. The Mexican candy, I don't even. Well, yeah. So the strawberry, like the strawberry ones with like the center like the filling.
Yeah,
like the hard,
the tamarind. Are you talking about the tamarindo ones? They're like kind of long. And you
smaller.
suck on them.
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but they had like the strawberry like looking like wrapper. They're only like this big, and they were like a hard candy, and the inside was like
Gooey.
gooey.
Yeah, and the wrapper's red, right?
It was like looked like a strawberry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I could be wrong about what I'm referring to, but there was that candy. There was also like the roll of like I don't even like sour the sour candy with the roll that would like it's in a tube and
you would like squeeze it and the hairs
squeeze it
would
out.
come
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. No, not the hairs. It was just like a sour, like a gelish.
I think beer was a bad idea. I've been burping, or sorry, I've been freaking burping.
You lost that battle a long time ago.
Yeah, I did.
I used to take those as well, and it's funny because when my grandma was shopping, I would go and then grab all these candies, put them in my pocket, and then be like, "Where'd my grandma go?" So she'd be walking out the door, and I'd be like, "Oh no, grandma!" And then I would run out the door and be like, "Yep, we're good."
Oh yeah, dude. That's coordinated theft right there. I'm like fighting this beer, like just trying to make me burp over here.
Really?
Yeah, bro. Maybe this is why Drink Champs uses liquor, bro.
Imagine if you had an IPA.
Oof, gross. I like my Mexican beers. And that's about it.
He said Modelo or nothing.
Yeah. You have to have an accent when you say the beer's name, or else I don't want it. Corona, Modelo, Pacifico.
Dos X.
2 X's.
He said Coors Light.
Drink Bud Light, brother.
What? Bud Light. Damn. Number 3.
Number 3. So that was Food for Less. Next
Number
after that,
4. Damn,
I worked
bro,
at a
love
restaurant.
this.
Yeah, I've had so many jobs, but I think we all got to try what we do and don't like.
No. I think that's perfect, honestly, because I feel like I still haven't even had enough jobs to be able to really gauge everything. But anywho, number 4.
Probably. I think it was a restaurant. I was just a dishwasher. Yeah, it wasn't the funnest.
Shit, was that a house kebab?
No. House kebab, man. Or sorry. I know you're watching this, Vohan, but yeah, no, that was a fun time. I totally remember. I remember that whole situation, bro. That was so funny. My bad if I made you look bad at all, bro. Like giving me the vouch for the job and me being like, I don't need this damn job. Well, you fire me then. You're fired. Oh, if you're gonna fire me, I'm out of here. Bless you.
I got fired from that job too, and then went back, and then got fired again. No, left, went back, then got fired. Yeah, then I didn't go back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be like that.
Yeah, it's so the circumstance was just wild, but it is what it is. And honestly, that was a toxic environment.
Oh yeah,
it was just bad.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
But it was interesting because I learned to work with my dad, and I also learned, how to be in food industry from the bottom up. And not in the easiest way. Like in the most difficult way, I learned how to work up the chain in food industry, and I was able to be gifted at Lazy Dog with a serving position because of the steps that I took over at House Kebab.
Yo, you know what's funny? I always remember a story about you working at Lazy Dog because, like, I was doing like that forex trading stuff at the time, like doing the pyramid scheme stuff, getting team members and whatnot. But we had like a huge team, and we went to Lazy Dog, and you were our server. But I didn't know you worked there, so I just feel man hands coming on me. I'm like, what the? And then it's Richard. I'm gonna be your server today, dude. That shit was so funny because all my people were like, "Do you know him?" Like, I was like, I do know him. This is him. Like, this is what he does. So it was
so
funny.
good.
It's a funny experience. It's funny you bring that up.
He's like, no, I have no idea who that guy was. Did you guys see that?
I feel so weak under these hands, man.
Damn, that's so wild. Yeah, honestly, I had a good time there too. It was different too because I went from like, I guess, rules of grandma because we had to follow what Tina said, and then rules of like a corporate world where it's like, don't even bypass these rules. These are the rules.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I got as many chances as anyone could have gotten, and then some, and I still got fired.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I pushed the limit, but I learned a lot at that job. I loved it. Made regulars, had a good time. Shouts out to Colin, who I met because we didn't have any buys. Oh, that guy's got to be on the podcast soon. Also, he's got to take me out when I have the opportunity to get this man to take me out because he actually flies for irrigation or crop dusting, I think, actually. He said he will give me a flight.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
I'm going to record it.
Hell yeah. That'd be a good intro to your podcast, bro.
Yeah, high in the skies, huh?
Hell yeah. And just have it like phase into like some wild shit stuff.
Yeah, let me know if there's any editors out there that are looking to do some pro bono.
Of course.
Always need help.
Pro bono means free. Free means you get paid with exposure.
Love.
We love exposure.
Yeah.
I used to be like that, bro. When I used to do that, like the I Am Academy, IML, like stuff, man, I'd be that dude. Oh, you work for free, but you get paid way later. You just gotta get 30 people for your network. You know, get them all to pay money, and then get 30 people to pay money. So
you said if everyone you knew, and then everyone that they 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 knew.
So think of it trickling down.
Paid $50 a month, we'd be millionaires.
Easily.
But that's if you do it on 3 legs.
Yeah, it has to be quick.
Yeah.
It has to be quick. But yeah, no, that kind of life was wild. I mean, ultimately that's like what pushed me more into like what I'm doing now. I mean, now I work in a finance company doing work with retirement plans with employers and their employees. Can't really talk much about it. It's a very like regulated industry. So like if I start talking about the job or like the details of it, it's considered adopting the content, meaning the company and myself would be liable for shit. So I could only like say so much. So that's why a lot of people don't defend themselves in the finance world online. Because the second they engage in any comments, any reviews, any blogs, you're considered adopting the content. And so your company's liable, you're liable. If people make bad investments off of what you said, you're going to be liable, and there's going to be a lawsuit. So very regulated.
I thought that's what Elon literally does with X. I thought that's why he even like just puts things out there on X to try to manipulate the market.
Well, I mean, it's different from like, I mean, I guess an owner. I mean, I don't know much of the differences. I just know my industry, you know what I'm saying? But it's very like, so that it's in place. So like stuff like Bernie Madoff doesn't happen. Like stuff like you see with Bitwise, stuff that you see with
oh my God, how
that
did
one crypto
that
FTX
even happen,
Sam
bro?
Bankman-Fried, whatever.
How did Bitwise even happen?
Because it's from Fresno, bro. It's almost, that's Fresno. Like, we're almost there. But Fresno's great. It's full of great people. I used to hate Fresno, but I also used to hate myself. So I was like, I could just go anywhere and meet new people. could give them my old bullshit that I give people
Oh,
here.
man.
So, but no, once you really take yourself out of the equation, see what's really good here, it's a good place. There's a lot here. I mean, you don't have the most, like, when it comes to, like, large entertainment, but there's good food, good restaurants. Everything's kind of close, 3 hours away.
There's a lot. There's
Housing
a lot
is
of
good.
Food, a lot of food.
Because, dude, housing is better here than when I lived in, like, San Diego and San Diego and Beverly Hills. Like, that was disgusting, bro. Living with a bunch of people, cramming in rooms, like, disgusting, bro.
Yeah,
So,
you actually have the freedom of your own space.
yeah, man, I could beat it, like, without having to worry about somebody waking up. But that actually became, like, a real big kink of mine. Nah, that's funny, though.
The face was so. It was.
With that being
so
said, Rachel should be
serious.
here, but she
Oh my God,
is not here because she had to fight a dog.
Rachel!
She fought 2 dogs.
We want to congratulate you on being a hero. She fought and broke up 2 dogs fighting because I don't know how I think she was fighting one from fighting the other one, and the other one was fighting her while the other one was still fighting her, and then she fended both of them off, and I think she's okay. I don't think she's in the hospital, but
Yeah.
we thank you.
Yeah, but so she's supposed to be here.
Yeah, it was going to get way wilder than this, too.
It's gonna get way crazier. But the
Yeah.
fun part is like how we all like met up at Aftershock. So I got to Aftershock because this man gifted me a free ticket. And last year, dude, was like just a year of like music and live events for me, bro. So
Oh, yeah?
like going to like my first like rock event or like rock festival, bro. Wow, crazy. It's different. I remember looking at my buddy Baby Gabe and just being like, I know exactly what you mean by when you say rock is different. The rock crowds, because I go to like raves, EDM stuff, you know what I mean? A lot of like Molly music, but rock, bro, that was insane. That was a trip. And I definitely got to get you back for that one, bro. You don't even know. I'm going to get you.
It's weird.
I'm going to give you another son.
Oh. Let's go.
One that's going to go to the Super Bowl and win for the Niners.
Please. Zayden, no pressure. We're going to take the pressure all off of you.
Yeah, you do what you want, Zayden.
Yeah. It's all your life. Damn. Yeah, no. Honestly, I've never until going to Aftershock, I've never had that like sensation in my body where it's like go fucking jump around with all these sweaty ass guys and throw yourself into them.
Dude,
man.
I felt feral,
It
bro. I was in there
crazy.
Oh, dude, I felt feral as hell, man. I was in there pushing people, like, getting pushed. Dude, I remember the second day,
Trying
though.
not to die.
Yeah, the first day was amazing. The second day was good still, but I remember early in the day I was trying to follow you into like the front, and then like my foot got stepped on so hard, like I like started blacking out, dude. Like it felt bad. I was like, yo, this is not it. So I had to walk to the back, bro, sit down for a little bit, and then yeah, it was still a good time.
Yeah, honestly, it was wild. If only the weather can be nice in that time period, which is weird. It's the beginning of October in Sacramento, and I guess that's just their time period for like heat to roll in. 'Cause it was like about 90, 98.
Oh, that didn't even feel bad, bro. I went to, like I said, I went to a lot of shows last year. I went to Hard Summer. It was dead sunlight, bro. Beginning of August, like.
He's like, I was never darker than that period of time.
That was pretty dark, but no, that was a good time, dude. That was a really good time. But it was hot, especially in the stage we were at most of the time. There was like no shade. It's just the LA Coliseum, so it's just no shade, no nothing, just sun beating on you, dude. There was one point where like I started tripping out because of the heat, and I was like, yo, it's getting crazy. I gotta sit down.
What do you mean like tripping out like
viewer discretion is advised. Yeah, I think I had too much fun that day with the tabs, and yeah, I did not have the best experience for about 15 minutes. But what brought me back to the world?
What was that experience? It was like
I had like left from my group to go like meet somebody for a reason, and then like just like upon leaving the stadium, like you exit the corridor and like it's kind of started like the high started kicking up. and then like he just started to get like kind of intense. So then like right when I walk out,
Couldn't see anything.
I could see stuff, but you know, one, I'm in a tunnel and I'm having tunnel vision. So, and, like everything in my head is playing out. I'm like, damn, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But right when I walked out of the tunnel, there was like 40 cops. Like all the cops from the event were just right there, and immediately I just geeked, dude. Like I had stuff in my backpack, so like,
man,
I like took my backpack off, bro. And I started walking with it all awkward, bro. Like I was about to just like throw it and run away, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, I was having a bad one for about like 10, 15 minutes, and then like my group found me because I was like, yo, SOS, SOS. Like they're about to get me, you know what I mean? But
he said, "This over. It's over.
yeah, I was like, it's a wrap.
This is how I die. This is how I die."
But yeah, and then like, you know, my buddies came and like, you know, trying to figure it out. You know, we go to like it's not like a medical tent, but it's like a tent where you go to chill out. It's just like, you know, you're in air conditioning, you're in like good, you know, aura space to like kind of get you out of like a bad trip. But like that wasn't working. I was like, yo, this is where they're gonna come bust everybody. Dude, like you know, in my head just started panic, bro. So so I was like, yo, we got to get the hell out of here. And then yeah, like we're outside, and then we're like, somebody in the group's like, well, like, you know, we could go do something, but like Mark's just tripping out. And then like my buddy Baby Gabe, he was like, my buddy Mark's not tripping, dog. It's like he didn't say it to us or anything. He just kind of said it while he was pacing back and forth. And it's like just watching him and hearing him say that, I was just like, it just brought me back to earth, dude. I was like, yeah, you're right, bro. I gotta go dance. It just took me right out of it, and then I had a good time. It was one of the best times ever.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. Shout out to the homies.
Don't do drugs, guys.
Don't do drugs unless you can handle it.
Yeah, go to Burning Man.
Yeah.
That's a thing. Like if you want to try drugs, like go to Burning Man.
And just be smart. You know, test
Yeah.
your stuff. I'm an idiot.
Do your lab results before doing steroids.
Yeah. Drink water. Eat a good meal before.
Yeah.
But don't do drugs. Don't do drugs.
Life is pretty wild.
Of course, man.
All right. So, how did you fall into your current profession? Like,
Well, technically,
how and why?
my position is a sales position. And it's yeah. So you know, I learned sales. You know, it's just communicating, understanding, like, you know, hearing people out, understanding if what you have fits their needs, and if not, like, you're not gonna go bug them, haggle them. You know what I mean? It's not like the Forex stuff. Like, even if Forex wasn't for you, I'm still in your inbox. Hey, yo, you want to try something new to make $100? You know what I mean?
Oh
so,
man.
You know, but it's different.
Buy
Like
now.
once you find something that you are either like passionate about or something, it doesn't feel like selling. It's like, well, like, why don't you have this? You know, at the end of the day, it is selling. Somebody on the other end is not going to see what you see all the time, but that's your job to make them see that. So I got into that because after that job I said I had that taught me how to kind of communicate professionally. After that, I moved to Beverly Hills to go on like a wholesaling little venture with somebody in the area who had started a business. And they're doing actually like really great. Like, you know, they're like multimillionaires and whatnot.
Why didn't you stick with that?
I went to jail. So, yeah. So I went to jail, and, you know, business moves on.
So
you can't
you were
wait on
in-
people.
You were in Beverly Hills
Yeah.
when you made 15 phone calls.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're-
15 alleged phone calls on record. No, I was just being an idiot. I was in a bad relationship at the time.
Dang.
And I was being totally me. I'm not blaming the other person at all. It was totally me being a nut. But yeah, I was just not causing the person peace or anything. So I ended up getting in trouble with the law because it was an ongoing issue. Whatever. But it's all good. It happens. We learn from it. And now we leave women alone. Now we date men. Nah, just like, but
He said, should have taken drama.
should have taken drama.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, anyways, what I was going with that was like, so they kind of taught me how to sell the people who own the company, Jay Monopoly and Levi. Shout out, Ozzy. But it was a good time. But they put me into a program called Cardone University, which is Grant Cardone. He teaches you how to sell. He comes from
10X.
the
10X.
Yeah, 10X. If you know 10X, you know Grant Cardone. If you know real estate and big numbers, you know Grant Cardone. But either way, that really taught me how to sell, how to communicate, how to ask questions in regards to a sell. So I just took what I learned there. You know, luckily I made some connections doing that work, being in that area that, you know, were able to precede me.
Where are you at that? Are you in town?
Yeah, I'm out
Okay.
of jail. I'm back in town.
You still got the ankle monitor
I
on?
got the ankle monitor on. So
Ooh.
yeah, one of my buddies, really good buddies. I consider him one of my brothers, Mauricio. He's a really big forex trader. Shout out Mauricio.
Is that how you say it, or is it like Marici?
It's Mauricio
Yeah.
Ceballos, the gangster. And but he had moved to Fresno because his lady's from here. So he moved here. He's like, hey man, like I'm in the area, like love to connect you and whatnot. And like at the time, I was like, well, hell yeah, like he's always been a good guy to me. Like I didn't know him like on that personal level, you know what I mean? But he hit me up and we built a connection. Built a friendship, and then ultimately like we did a little bit of business together. But that's in the regards to like the I Am Academy stuff. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't like he's an actual like trader. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't do like the team building stuff. But anyways,
I aspire to be.
exactly. But the people that I met, just like in there, like I've been able to run, not run. How should I put this? I've been able to like utilize the friendships, the relationships, know how to nurture them, so that they just, I provide for them, they provide for me in a way. So the way that this opportunity came about, was obviously I had to learn sales, but then a close relationship of mine got me into the job I'm in now, because you're supposed to have like a 4-year degree for what I do, and I didn't go to college. So I got hired based on my ability to sell and talk to people, and just service people, which that's what I do. I mean,
Both knees on the ground.
both knees on the ground.
You said service. You said.
No, but maybe as far as you could go, bro. But no,
Only once.
But that's it's funny you say that. I'm gonna say something in your podcast. I don't know if anybody's ever said, but for some reason, bro, when we were growing up, why did everybody think you were gay?
I mean,
I don't mean to make you uncomfortable on your own podcast, but
it was no. I mean, I always wondered the same thing. But I mean, my initial thing would be my tendencies are very feminine for one, and then two, I was like, let me see your dick, and then. And for some reason mine was always out too. So it was just one of those things where it's all like, yeah, bro, like for sure that guy's showing obvious signs, and I guess I was just comfortable.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it in a bad way or anything, but like when I first met you, I was like, oh, this guy's really friendly.
No, everybody.
Bro, like
he said this guy.
Dude, bro, like my mom met you the first time, like right when like I think we dropped you off or you left. She was like, is he? And I was like, no, that's just Richard. That's Dick. You know what I mean? Like he's a goon. But yeah, but it's like the funniest thing, because then like you go turn around and you see like you're like the opposite of that. Like, bro, you've had some very beautiful women. Like you know what I mean? Like you do always have your to go. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
damn,
shit's funny.
I know, it's wild. I think I'm starting to understand this a lot more and trying to drive it really into my life. But life is about like a
That's
good
kind of gay to say.
balance.
Well,
it's a good balance. I had the ability to maybe balance, and maybe not at times, both the masculinity and the feminine
energy.
Feminine energy.
Shout out feminine energy. Sponsor this video.
Shout out. In myself, and they would play different roles in how, I guess, I would act and how my mannerisms would be, from watching my mom, grandma, sister, all them interact and do all their things, and then the brief times that I probably watch my dad or even other males do their thing.
It's funny you say that, because I also associate the same thing, because like I have, back in the day I used to hang out with kind of like more girls, you know what I mean? But like not in like a non-threatening way. Like these girls would invite me on to like girls trips with them, you know what I mean? And like I'm like the only dude type shit. So like I understand, I think, what you mean by like being in touch with like your feminine energy or whatever. But like I also think that coming from a household full of women, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe there is some kind of correlation.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't very emotionally intelligent till, I mean, I want to say that I'm emotionally intelligent, but
I think it's a work in progress every
yeah,
day.
it is, but it wasn't until maybe like closer to recently where I starting to understand and dive back into parts of my life and ask myself why and get my answer and say, this is why. So starting to understand me a little bit more, and it's kind of funny. Especially with, these talks, talking about, who you are, what it is that you do, why do you even do it? And my ultimate question of, given the opportunity in this world, life presents you with such a thing to where you get to do what you want to do. What is that want?
Dude, I honestly just want to talk to people. Again, that's why I do sales. I'm talking to people, hearing them out, trying to help them out. But also, I feel like that's why I do comedy. Like, I get up on stage to, like, just kind of talk some shit, go on there just to kind of vent a little bit. But also just love talking to people in general, bro. If I could just talk to people, hear them out, like, I don't know, almost like I don't want to be a therapist. I don't want to be a therapy.
I was like, well, I mean, there's these routes that we could see.
I think I just want to, like, I don't know, have a good conversation.
I think all of these are all therapist sessions.
like I mean, I like, who Lex Friedman is, right? Like, obviously another big podcaster, the Lex Friedman podcast, but like Joe Rogan, like these guys that you wouldn't think have like these conversations with some of the people that you've had, like Neil deGrasse Tyson or Elon Musk, or even like, I believe Lex Friedman is going to interview Putin, if I'm not mistaken. But like, like you have this, for Joe Rogan's sake, like you have this mixed martial arts character who's been a sports commentator or whatnot, but he's having just like crazy conversations with people that could be in his field or in their field, but it's very personal and intensive. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a unique conversation. It's not like formed like prior. You may have questions before, but like right when they start getting into things, you see how like they listen to each other, how they really communicate, how when something arises that they don't agree on, they say it, or like they'll address things immediately. And that's how I like talking to people. And I think if I could do
with
anything,
perspectives,
yeah, exactly. Like if I could do anything, I would do something that would just allow me to talk to people, hear different stories, without the burden of bearing the bullshit. No, just kidding. But no, you'll get
like doing
bullshit.
a podcast like this.
No, this isn't bullshit at all, bro. This is interesting.
No. I'm saying like if you wanted to have a conversation with people and be able to show those conversations and get everyone's peace of mind, perspective, and word, even on camera, and make a handsome fee.
Yeah, I guess you just turned the light bulb on. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like that hasn't been in my mind, so I couldn't like fathom it.
Yeah. I mean,
because I don't even know how people.
You could do it as well as being a stand-up because you have more of a group setting as well.
Right.
And it's a different kind of story.
Right. I would love to do something
engagement,
in stand-up.
I guess.
I would love to do something in stand-up comedy, bro. Like that just looks like such a fun, just like engagement. Because like I do also like making people laugh. Like I feel like that's my personality. I'll make myself look stupid for a joke. I'll pull a joke out of my ass, like that nobody's gonna know or like. You know what I mean?
Same.
Like, but if there's an opportunity to make somebody laugh, I feel like I'm gonna take it.
Same. That's how I literally was at, like, when I was working at either Lazy Dog or Elbow. I would be like, if I can make my table laugh, I'm gonna make money.
Right.
That's all I gotta do. I just gotta make you laugh.
Exactly, man.
And that's how that started, and I became a great server.
Hell yeah, dude.
But I also listen. I pay attention, and I try to be proactive.
Right.
Oh, yeah, dude. Wow. That would be very cool. I think I would definitely be at the shows. I would try to do what I can. If I was ever at a point or a level, I'd be like, yo, sponsor this guy.
Shout out.
I hope it's vice versa.
Of course, I've been saying it this whole show. But yeah, dude.
He said, but when I actually get my brand, I'm gonna forget everyone.
Who's Richard? No, just like
he said, Dick what?
Dick
He
Stevens?
said, no, I don't care if his dick is out. What's going on?
That's a liability, man.
That's
can't
a liability.
Can't take your dick out in business. Unless.
Ooh.
Unless you a porn star, buddy.
Unless it's a casting couch.
Whoa. Get up.
Oh. Yeah, no, it's just, that was a joke, guys.
If you if you could speak to like anybody, like, and have them on this podcast, like like anybody in the world, it could be somebody you know or somebody you don't know.
I talked to Tom Brady. I was and you know what? We made that football themed. I think me and Jerron were talking about that.
Okay.
Anybody? Yeah, 'cause no, we talked about acting, and I said Tom Cruise. Anybody at all? Shit. At this point, it'd have to be Elon. It'd have to be that guy. I gotta know what makes him tick. I gotta understand. I mean, maybe by watching, I don't watch enough content, or even interviews by him, and maybe I'll probably learn from that. But I mean, is it fake? Is it real? Are you a puppet or are you a master?
Ooh.
I'm just, seeing is believing. That or the president, and I'd be like, all right, man, Area 51, don't bullshit. Is there real? Are they real?
Right.
Are there aliens?
Yeah, if there was like no subject off topic, that would definitely be a good one.
Yeah, that would probably be like my top two. It's find out whether the aliens are real, or ask Elon how you're ruling the world.
Yeah, that's a good one. Neuralink, shout out. Neuralink sponsor this.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think if I could talk to anybody, it would probably be Dave Chappelle.
Oh.
Him or Lil Wayne.
Oh.
Him or Lil Wayne. The only reason I say either of those two, one, I love Lil Wayne more than anything. I love his music.
Both are masters at their arts.
Exactly. And if the Super Bowl don't get Lil Wayne to do the halftime show next year in Louisiana, they're going to fumble. Or New Orleans, sorry. Yeah. They're going to fumble the biggest. That's going to be the biggest fumble of the Super Bowl ever. Ever.
That would be wild. That'd be cool.
But I would like to talk to Dave Chappelle only just to hear how deep he gets in his stories. Because I bet he's the same. I bet he's the same way on stage or in person than he is on stage. Like, he tell a story but make a good point and have it just like all articulate so well. Like
everything
circulates
flows
so well.
from point A to point B, and
exactly.
Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, I feel that.
Oh, yeah,
I guess it'd be having a choppy. No, I mean I feel like Elon could talk.
I feel like I'm too impatient for Elon. And whenever I see him like speaking, he's like 2 minutes per response. He's like,
well,
he's letting his Neuralink think real quick, his chat GPT, and he's like, all right, hold on. Calculating.
Well, that's interesting too, because does he have? I mean, I don't know what technology he's in charge of. Like maybe he does have all that ability, like right there. Like
imagine. Well, I mean,
contact.
I think he's in the sense. I think he just thinks about his responses before he just lets his mouth run. Do
you think he lets his brain think like a computer?
No, I just think he doesn't want to be saying anything that's misleading or wrong. So I think he really tries to angle his answer. You know what I mean? So he's not like, I don't know. It could be the thing. Remember how I said like the industry is really regulated? What if he's in the same way? He's trying to say something that's not going to get him fined. His company's fined.
What? He owns the world. I don't get it. He runs it.
I don't think he wants to run it. I think he wants. I personally think
it's by accident. I mean, or
yeah, yeah. I mean, but there's like the theory. Well, I don't know if you're saying it's because of like what he's doing with technology or like with his wealth, but like
both.
There's like a common theory, like a known theory that if the whole wealth in the world was distributed evenly between everybody, like within a few generations, it'd be back in like the same hands.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so
yeah.
I don't know.
That would be so. Yeah, because they already know how to make it back. Well,
right.
I mean, there's so many laws, rules, regulations, loopholes, everything that humans have broken down, whether it's through the legal system, whether it's through code, or literally walking out of the store with unpaid merchandise. Everyone finds a way. Yeah.
With a pocket full of candies.
Yep.
Grandma!
Grandma, where are you? I'm on my way. See, I could tell stories too. Mark, I'm so glad that you came tell your story.
Of course, man. Thanks for having me on. It's always a good time.
I look forward to your future. I look forward to seeing you, continue to enjoy yourself, blossom, and keep moving up that proverbial ladder.
Hell yeah. When you get 500 subscribers, can I come back on?
Yeah. I mean, we're going to have
500 subscribers.
We're going to have to do some reunion time. I know I've been asking, I've been getting people asking, so Ghost wants to come back. I know Riyadh wants redemption for episode 1 Echo, so he's got to come back to
Riyadh.
So we got to do maybe season 5 or 6 will be like a reunion season.
Hell yeah. 500 subscribers, y'all. Let's get them there. It's not a hard goal. You just got to tell your friends, and your friends' friends.
friends.
Tell them, bring $50.
And donate. There's a place that you can donate to.
Is there really?
I think so.
Oh, shit, that's cool.
I think I developed that yet.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, donate to a good cause.
Donate to a great cause.
This man has a bunch of stuff we didn't use, like a lot. The applause. And it's not cheap.
I'm not going to lie. I haven't utilized everything that's at my disposal yet. A lot of it is because I'm pressed with time. If I have the ability to do even 2 cameras, I would love to do that with different angles, even a third angle that goes through all them. Again, if you have any insight, guys, feel free. Help me out. We'll make this thing look kick-ass.
Hell yeah. And it'll probably be a lot easier, too, when it's not just yourself doing everything. Because I was watching you set everything up, and I was like, shit, what could I do for the man and help him out? But in the sense of, like, I don't like watching people work. But you know what I mean?
Oh,
but
yeah,
right when you get to that
like
point, like, I feel like you're going to have it really good, bro. You have a good setup. You have a good structure to your show. You have good questions, and you're very intensive. You know what I mean? It's not hard to talk to you. I don't feel awkward. I don't feel like, you know what I mean? So, you got something, bro. You know what I mean? That's me flirting, dog. What's up?
Let me just whip it out. Any last words, Mark?
Don't get veneers. Your mouth's gonna smell. I don't got them, but I've smelled people's mouths with veneers, and they just stink. It smells like you have a cavity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just stinks. So don't get veneers. It's uncomfortable.
Duly noted. Honestly, I was also thinking about that. I was like, man, I
don't
don't
do
think
it,
I
man.
would go with veneers. I like my original.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have to grind down your teeth to like little nubs that they put the veneers on, and I'm like,
Yeah, that's freaky.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to.
Yeah, and it's too bright and straight of a smile, bro. It's not natural. I don't like it.
Oh my god! But a natural, like,
dude, my girl has
beautiful pearly white smile.
I haven't talked about my girl at all in this episode, but my girl has such a good smile, dude. Like her situation, bro, is nice. It's nice. It's nice.
It's the little things in life, guys. Enjoy the little things in life.
Yeah, don't get veneers.
Yeah, don't get veneers. Guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. New episodes come out on Monday.
Bow.